Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Don't Tell Mama. Won't you please welcome to the stage Mr. Alain Keller.
April in Paris, chestnuts in blossom, holiday tables under the trees. April in Paris, this is a feeling no one can ever reprise. Every little breeze seems to whisper Louise. April in Paris, whom can I run to? What have you done to my heart? The falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it whistles. Hey! I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh why do I love Paris? Because my love, Another song about Paris. Is there room for one more? Is there really a note or a word we all haven't heard before? Is there one thing about Paris left to sing, left to say? Though they still may begin on the rue de la Peine et des Champs-Élysées, in that Savoy Cafe where Maurice Chevalier sipped his café au lait. I'm afraid that today it's become, how you say, more or less a cliché to sing a song about Paris. Charming though it may be, another song about Paris is like another cup of water in the sea. So spare us another songs about Paris, 'cause all the songs about Paris sound exactly the same to me. Merci. No more sappy French songs. I am tired of singing those romantic love songs only because I have a French accent. I'm not even French. My name is Alain, and from the way I talk, you can tell this dude is not from New York.
Where you from, boy? Where you from?
I know you're smart, you're very wise. So where I'm from, we come as no surprise. I tell you the truth, won't tell you no lies. So close your eyes.
What you gonna do?
We're gonna play a game that's lots of fun. I give a clue. You guess where I'm from? Ready?
Ready?
If you use your ear, it's very clear. You can tell by my accent I'm not from here.
Puerto Rico? I like to be in America.
I'm not from Puerto Rico, no, I'm in Latin. My home is across the one far away from Manhattan.
Brooklyn?
I said far away.
New Jersey?
French and German is what we speak. Think of cuckoo clocks and mountain peak.
Mountain Peak?
Like the Matterhorn.
You from Disneyland?
Ski chalet.
Colorado?
All the land.
Nashville?
Chocolate.
Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Baby cows.
You don't look Japanese.
I'm not Japanese. Think of cheese.
Madison, Wisconsin?
Oh, I'm from Switzerland.
Say what?
Yo, I'm from Switzerland.
He's from Switzerland.
Yo, I'm from Switzerland. Yo, I'm from Switzerland.
He's from Switzerland.
Yo, I'm from Switzerland. Say it loud. I'm Swiss and I'm proud. Dig this.
Who you talking to? I don't know.
I'm Swiss.
You Swiss, who is he?
Say it loud.
Say it loud.
I'm Swiss and I'm proud.
Don't look funny.
Dig this.
Dig
I'm
what?
neutral and I'm Swiss.
Ooh, like a new Swiss.
Swiss steak.
Ooh, I like you know that. Swiss mocha. Swiss rock.
Good evening. My name is Alain, but back home they call me Zigwigwi for short. Maybe to you Zigwigwi doesn't seem that short. But Zigwigwi literally means short. Well, not exactly. What it actually means is very short penis. In fact, when I was born, my parents thought they had a girl, and they named me Babette. But when I turned 16 and my chest hair grew in, my mother realized something was wrong. At first, she tried pulling it out with the tweezers, but it was a losing battle. Finally, she realized the truth. Her little girl was a he, and Babette became Zigwigwi. Can you say Zigwigwi? Zigwigwi. Very good. I am here tonight to talk about my underwear. Zigwigwi is my name, and boxer shorts is my game. Why do I wear boxer shorts? Because I have nothing to show. Yes, I used to have these kind. We can call this macho. Because if you're an active man, you're supposed to fill it out like this. When you are with someone and you are getting undressed, your lover will see it and scream, "Oh my God!" But my feeling is, why be such a show-off? With my kind of underwear, you have adventure, mystery, the thrill of the unknown. Where is he? Where is he? And then suddenly, voila! People are so overwhelmed that they pass out. Well, that's my dream. The truth is, when I wear macho, you see the problem? Empty. Still, it's better to have a little one that moves very fast than a big one that sleeps all the time. Yes, it's boxer shorts I choose to wear, not those tiny smashed up underwear, which make you so unhappy and so tight. It can't move left or right, just smashed in the middle like a bent and rusty nail. Makes your pants like a sad sergeant. Wear boxer shorts, freedom in your pants. Swing left, swing left, swing right, swing right, or just hanging there, ready for the open flight, to say hi to this lovely night. I know it's hard to imagine for you all, and I meant the thing you have is kinda small. But if that's the case and you wear a bikini, don't be surprised if the present place looks empty. Then one day you have a romance, you drop your pants, she looks and she laughs and she leaves. There goes your chance, so wear boxer shorts, freedom your pants, swing left, swing right, swing right, or just hanging there, ready for your flight, to say hi to this lovely night. Now I buy designer boxer shorts, and at night I can play a variety of sports. They are the savior of my manly pride, and one day they help me find a bride. So listen to me, throw your skivvies away, change your life, why not start today, and buy some boxer shorts, freedom your bags, swing left, swing right, or just hanging there, ready for your flight, to say hi to this lovely night. Wear boxer shorts, center of my life. She said, that side of you, baby, looks just fine. Daddy, in case. This is Mommy. Now you can see the rest of the show. Yeah. 4 years ago, I left Switzerland and came to America. Now, here I was in New York City with a brand new life waiting for me. So I decided to stay. That's crazy, don't you think? With one big problem. The green card. And the easiest way to get it is to get married. So I went hunting for a wife. I have to confess that my little French accent helped. So, here I was with my little charming French accent at this bar. And I met this beautiful woman. It was so easy that I got worried, cause after 5 minutes of talk, she invited me to her place. And silly me, I went. Now, when we got back to her place, she said, "Make yourself at home." She offered me a drink, a cigarette, and a black leather dark collar. I tried to leave, but she had already tied my hands and feet to the coffee table. I don't know how this happened. But by the time she slapped me and made me lick her boots, I'd grown quite fond of her. I ache for the touch of your lips, dear, but much more for the touch of your lips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the massacres and tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say to me that you want to dismember. Blacken my eye, set fire to my tie as we dance to the massacres and tango. At your command, before you here I stand. My heart is in my hand. It's here that I must be. My heart beats, just hear those savage beats. And go put on your cleats and come and trample me. Your heart's hard as stone, oh my heart got me. That's why I'm in such exquisite agony. My soul is on fire, is aflame with desire. Which is why I perspire when we tango. You caught my nose in your left custard yet. Love, I can feel the pain yet. Love, every time I hit run. And I envy the rose that you had in your teeth, love. With the thorns underneath, love. Stick it into your gums. Your eyes cast a spell that bewitches. The last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash you made with your lash as we danced to the masochist and tango. Passion and rain, they make me scream with pain. They hit me once again and say we'll never part. I know too well I'm underneath your spell. So darling, if you smell something burning, it's my heart. Oh, excuse me. Take your cigarette from his holder and burn your initials in my shoulder. Fracture my spine and swear that you are mine. As we dance, as we dance, as we dance to the maza, kiss and tango. That was something to experience once. After that, I tried everything. Dated many kinds of women from everywhere. Did every religions. A perfect tourist. Suddenly, during the month of December, my last month for my tourist visa, Hallelujah! Miracle. Hallelujah! Merry Christmas. Hallelujah! She's my girl. Hallelujah! We were so happy, fighting all the time. Then we had to deal with another problem. She was black, I was white. We were this lovely couple walking down the street. As you can guess, everybody loved us. At least 51 weeks out of the year. Or the white folks hate the black folks, and the black folks hate the white folks. To hate all but the right folks is an all-established rule. But during National Brotherhood Week, David Dickens and Rudy G are dancing cheek to cheek. It's fine to eulogize the people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. All the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate all of your folks. It's American as apple pie. But during National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Rican cause it's very chic. Stand up and shake the hands of someone you can thank. You can tolerate it if you try. All the Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and the Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, it's national, everyone smile at one another who will be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Be grateful that it doesn't last all year. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. We were two children on a merry-go-round. We chased each other, never touching the ground. We flew together and we never looked down. It seemed we almost touched the sky. We were two lovers, we were husband and wife. And fairy tales give way to everyday life. Don't look for happy endings high in the sky. If you're pretending to fly, no one wants to settle things that go too deep. No one bends, and that's the way the story ends. If we could do it all over, would we still wait till it was all over? To settle things we feel inside, to settle things we hide. If I could do it all over, I wouldn't wait till it was all over. To tell you I love you over and over. Show you I love you all over. We're not two children playing innocent games. Our dreams came crashing down around us in flames. The simple words of truth were too hard to say, and we both turned the other way. We shared our bodies, but we held back the soul. We played it safe, but we were playing a role. Don't look for happy endings high in the sky. pretending to fly. Now's the time for moving on and letting go. But come what may, its road leads back to yesterday. If we could do it all over, would we still wait till it was all over to say the things we feel inside, to say the things we hide? If I could do it all over, I wouldn't wait till it was all things that go too deep. No one bends, can't let this be the way it ends. If we could do it all over, would we still wait till it was all over to say the things we feel inside? To say the things we hide. If I could do it all over, I wouldn't wait till it was all over to tell you I love you over and over, show you I love you all over. On the land, in the air, by the sea, let's swing out to victory. Over here, over there, anywhere. We can take them 1, 2, 3 with a whip and a flare and a break. Trumpets blasting through the air with a rap and a tap on the drum. Hey man, solid, here we come. If you're really with me, let's get in a tank. Let's get going, buddy. Act like you're young. And on, hut, forward, march. Let's swing out to victory. Over here, over there, anywhere. Let's swing to victory. Believe it or not, I was in the army. Yes, Swiss people have an army. Unfortunately, I was in it for some time. I hated the army. I did everything in my power to get out. After a week, everybody knew my name. I was famous. Do you like my Swiss army hat? I don't. It made me look like a Nazi. By the way, this hat belongs to my father. Actually, all my army stuff belongs to my father, because I lost mine in the river. Yeah. We were doing this 15-mile night march with all my belongings on my back. After 2 miles, we crossed the small bridge, the kind made of 2 big ropes. I saw my chance. Supposedly by accident, I slipped and fell in the river. But I didn't realize the river was so deep and my material was so heavy. Since my plan to escape hadn't included drowning, there was only one thing to do. Bye-bye gun, bye-bye everything. Then the river took me away. After a mile, they found me on a rock. I pretended to be unconscious. But I was glad they came. I was frozen to death. Yes. Then they took me to a hospital in a warm bed. And when I was better, they threw me in jail. That's the army. Nice. But it's not the only time. Once, we did a survival week. Meaning, no food, no money, nothing. And we were starving. We tried to catch some fish, but we were not very good. So, I took one of my grenades and threw it into the lake. After the explosion, we could have opened a fish market. We tried to clean the mess. Well, that cost me a good meal and 2 months in jail. But that was nothing. I'm going to tell you my biggest misadventure. Probably, I am the only army man who ever lost a tank. How? Well, it was easy actually. It was the end of November. I was in charge of a group of men and a tank. There we were in this valley. Just to bother us, the instructor asked us to hide our tank. The only problem was, in this valley, there was no place to hide. No trees, no rocks, nothing, just grass. Guess what we did? No one? Nah, we buried it. Yes, we had a snow remover. Drove back and forth. Then we finished with our shovels. It took 3 hours to get it done. Anyway, we went down to this village to complete other exercises. Laughing about the instructor looking for our tank. Well, when we returned to retrieve the tank, we made an interesting discovery. It had snowed. Everything looks the same. We tried pounding the snow with our guns to find it. Then it started to snow again. So we decided to go back to the base. The instructor was going to congratulate us. But when he saw the empty parking place, I don't know why, he lost his smile. And he asked us, "Where is it?" We just look at each other. "Where's the tank?" he screamed. What tank, we said. Anyway, it took 3 weeks to find it. And what was my reward? 1 month of jail. I really despise the army. I tried everything to get out, but the more I fucked up, the higher in rank they put me. Now you understand why we're a neutral country. I went to a psychiatrist and a priest to prove I was mentally and spiritually unfit for army life. It wasn't until I fired a round of bullets at the feet of an officer that I was finally kicked out. Imagine how I felt when I got to America. And in order to ask money for school, I was told I had to register for the draft. If only the US Army knew what they were getting. If you're really with me, let's get in a tank. Let's get going, buddy. Act like you're in. Naked as sin, an army towel covering my belly. Some of us blush, some howl, knees turning to jelly. Next, I was still just a kid. There were 100 like me. I followed a naked body followed me. Next, I was still just a kid when my innocence was lost in the mobile army ho-house, gift of the army free of cost. maybe a word, a smile, and how was happiness. But next, oh, it wasn't so tragic, the high heavens didn't fall. But how much at that time I hated being there at all. Next, now I will always recall the brother truck, the flying flags, the fat lieutenant who laughed and called us fags. Next, I swear on the wet head of my first case of gonorrhea, it is his ugly voice that I forever hear. Next, the voice that stinks of whiskey, of corpses and of mud. It is the voice of nations. It is the thick voice of blood. Next, and since then, each woman I have taken to bed seems to laugh in my arms, to whisper through my head. Next, all the naked and the dead should hold each other's hands as they watch me scream at night in a dream no one understands. Next, and when I'm not screaming in a voice grown dry and hollow, as the no endless naked line of the following and the followed. Next, one day I cut my leg off or burn myself alive. Anything, I'd do anything to get out the line to survive. Not ever to be next. Not ever to be next. A long time ago, a million years BC, the best things in life were absolutely free. But no one appreciated a sky that was always blue, and no one congratulated a moon that was always new. So it was plain that they would vanish now and then, and you must pay before you get them back again. That's what stores were made for, and you shouldn't be afraid of fall. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure to take your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. And when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Around the world I've searched for you. I travel on when hope was gone to keep a rendezvous. I knew somewhere, sometime, somehow, you look at me and I would see the smile you're smiling now. It might have been in a county down, or in New York, in Gay Paris, or even London town. No more will I go all around the world, for I have found my world in you. like to thank a few people. First of all, I want to thank the owners, Rose and Ming, the booking management, Sidney Meyer, the lighting and sound, Sean Morninger, the waitress and bartender, Shodi and Greg, the one who made the picture for my flyers, Michael Ian. And tonight, I would like to thank Don Timpton and Kevin Davis, who helped me to do my rap song. They make drums, they do the drums, they do noise. And now, I would like to thank my friend, my musical director, and my pianist tonight, Alex Rybeck. And of course, thank you all for coming. No more will I go around the world, for I have found my world in you.
Alain Keller. Alain Keller. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you enjoyed this evening's show. We would like to remind you to please fill out the mailing cards at your tables and pass them in at the bar on your way out. Have a good evening.